afternoon and welcome to Sea Fishing with CJ on the beach again. We're going to be fishing at Princess Parade Hythe in Kent, in the county of Kent. It features in John Darling's book, so we will take this opportunity to do a new episode in the series where I revisit John Darling's book and see how things have changed. I'll read to you from the book, but I'm going to do that in the dry. I will put a map up here on the screen so you can see where it is. So no more ado, let's get in the dry. Right, I'm walking back to the car and I can't help noting that somebody's been fishing here that really isn't setting us in a good light as fishermen. So I'll clean this rubbish up, put it in the bin. But guys and gals, if you're fishing, please tidy up after yourselves. This does not portray us in a good light. There was probably bait and stuff mixed in all this paper and some dog will have come down and eaten that. Yeah, tidy up after yourselves, guys and gals. We should be helping to maintain this environment that we use, not becoming part of the problem. We should be part of the solution. Well, it's a bit damp out there at the moment. As I say, the forecast is that it's going to clear up pretty soon. Let's hope they're right. Let's have a look and see what John has to say about this in his book. So let me just find the page. So there's the map. I will put that up, as I say, so you can see in more detail as to where we are. But what does he say about Hythe? And about where we're going to be fishing. It says Hythe. Plenty of small fish are caught from Princess Parade in the summer when holidaymakers take over the beach. Some good bass are taken here on dark tides. The best time is after a winter gale for good cod and large flounders, especially when razorfish are washed in. And I'm led to believe that there's quite a lot of razorfish getting washed in at the moment. We're not going to see that because we're not going to fish this at any stage when the tide's right out. Access to the foreshore in front of the Army Ranges is restricted. Well, we're not going anywhere near there. We're going to park in Princess Parade. The beauty of that is you can actually park right next to the beach. It's free and you just walk down there. Can't wake the seagulls up. We didn't think it was going to light up the clouds, but it did, it has. Unfortunately, I've put the drone away now. We've got both traps set up now. Put the second rod into the stand in time to watch the first rod nodding about. So I think we've got some interest on there. Little tiny taps and rattles though. Now this is a fixed ball sprayed line on it. It should show up bites, any little bite, and it's showing up a little bite at the moment. We've got two baits on there. Might just let that develop. see if we get anything more and get my beach shelter up, because although it's not windy, there is a very light breeze and it is got a nip to it. But yeah, I think the night is going to be a fruitful night. Alex has just had a dogfish, which he's putting back, I think. I know he's washing his rag, but he just had a dogfish. So the dogs are out. I'll get some filming in a minute when I've got some shelter up and some better lights on. Look at that sunset though. Look at that. Wow. I'll see if I can zoom into that a bit later on. Yeah, there's definitely something going on this left-hand rod as well. So let's get the beach shelter up. No more ado. Let's put the camera filming with them rods with the sunset in the background. Like something. The rods are out, baits are out. I've been messing around sorting out wind shelters and beach shelters and what have you, and there's definitely some interest on these baits, so we will be winding them in a minute, and then once we've done that and we've rebaited and we've got them back out again, we will use the secret weapon, which we all know about now. We'll have a cup of tea and a piece of cake, but we'll get these in first of all, see if we've had any activity, and then put some more serious baits out, I think. But so far so good. It looks like it might be a good night, and actually now I'm in this beach shelter, it's amazing how much warmer it is out of that little tiny, very, very light but cold breeze. So no more ado, let's sort those out. If I've caught anything, I'll film it, and yeah, keep fishing. Well, the first rod I brought in, well, if I didn't, it pulled straight into a snag, and there was no coming out. Unfortunately, it snapped off. So I'm going to have to re-rig that one. But the second rod's coming in. It does feel like there's a bit of resistance on it. We'll see in a minute. What we've got, something there. Alex has had a conger eel and a dogfish so far, and I think I'm about to see his dogfish. Yeah. One little doggy. So it's not a blank, albeit not the desired fish. Ah, don't you bite me, fella. They do like to swallow their hooks, these bloody dogfish. Right, one little doggy fish going back for a swim. Well, not a blank. So cue the music. Boom, boom, boom. Do the nose, not the blank start. As you saw, we've had one dogfish, and I've lost one lot of gear. There's obviously a snag out there. Although I thought I felt a fish, and the lead drag into something, so it might have been a little eel maybe. But anyway, one of those we'll never knows. So we're going to have the secret weapon. We're going to have a cup of tea, but we're going to vary it a little bit, because we're going to have a cup of tea and we're going to have a sausage roll. If that makes any difference. So there's the tea poured. Watching the rod tips here. I purposely didn't cast the second or the rod back out until I'd rigged up the one that I'd snapped off, so that I wasn't missing the bites. So we can keep an eye on this and actually see if we can see what's going on. There was definitely a bite on the rod that I lost the gear on, so it's possible that a fish or an eel or something has dragged it into a snag. So, cheers everyone, cup of tea. And what have we got here? We have got a Ginsters sausage roll. And have a word with Alex, see what he's doing. I know he's certainly had one fish more than me. He might have had something else that I didn't notice. Not a great deal happening at the moment, but he is winding into something. So, oh, there we go. Looks like our first channel of the night. First channel whiting of the night. There you go. Only a small one, but still good to see because they've been a bit scarce this year so far, haven't they?
It's hard work tonight.
Yeah, certainly not throwing themselves on the hooks, but you know, that's fishing. Well, we got here then. We got Alex has got a Daiwa.
It's a Saltist.
It's a Daiwa Saltist, is it?
Yeah, the 15-foot hybrid tip.
Okay. Very nice.
It's got the Pen Battle 7000 LC.
7000, yeah. I've got a smaller Pen Battles now.
And then this one is actually a rod that there are pretty much none of available at the minute.
Dark side.
Yeah, they've already run this one, but they did it in slightly different sizes. Yeah. But Craig and Channel Angling's managed to get a couple of these.
Right, yeah.
As a bit of a trial at 14 feet. So I'm giving it a good run out.
Yeah, it looks like a good rod.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
It's absolutely,
yeah.
Great to cast.
And what's the reel on there?
That's the Shimano 550.
Okay, nice. Is that braid you got on there or monofil?
The braid on it I've got is it's £42.
Right. Oh, you got a knock on your right hand rod now. Yeah, definitely got a whiting on the right hand rod as well. Yeah, and he thinks that's a ting on your right hand rod. Wind this one in.
Yeah, let's have a laugh and see what it is.
I suspect a ting. Sorry?
I think it's a little Leo that's managed to find a tiny hole.
All right.
Leave it for a minute 10.
Okay, let that rest for a while then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and see if he's getting all these bites. And I say, oh, I've got one. Oh, my red rod is bending over. Look round in time to see it bending over heavily. Oh, look at that. That is a decent bite. That is a decent bite. So let's put the camera down, put a bit more light on it. Yeah, that's a healthy looking bite on there. Yeah, I felt it. I felt that through the rod. I've been fighting hard. I think it might be whiting. There's nothing tugging. No, look. Strip baits, no fish. But there was definitely something there. We saw it, didn't we? Big rattling bite. Maybe I need to be standing by my rods a little bit longer. Let's get this one baited up, get it back out there. Oh yeah, definite bite there. Definite bite. Oh, rattling away. A Guden. Oh, it's a bloody snag again. Snagged again. Snaggy here, isn't it? Sorry? Oh, that's another gear, set of gear gone. What? 2. But I've got a bite on the right hand rod now as well, I think. Haven't lost a set of gear in months. Yeah, the fish on there. Right, got a fish on there now. Typical camera shy fish. No, there's still something there, isn't there? Yeah, let's wind them in. Oh dear, cold air on my nose. It's either stopped or it's well and truly hooked. So I think I'll finish off tackling up this other rod and get that out. Keep an eye on my rod for us, guys. Tell me if it's nodding while I'm tackling it. Alex is into the whiting again. There's definitely a run of channels. Oh, it's still going, isn't it? Still going. Definitely still going. Yeah, definitely something still on there. Should we wind it in or whack this one out? Let's wind it in. We've got both in. We've got both go out at the same time, haven't we? Yeah, right, rattling on there. Well, there's nothing tugging. Shot leader. Not see any fish on there. I think it was just a big bait getting ragged at by whitings. Well and truly twisted up around itself. I think I want to get a squid on here, I think, with some carp or something in it. Got a full cut on it maybe. We're going to put a big bait on that. Get this baited up with some worms and carry on. This rod is rattling like a good one. I've only lobbed this out a very short distance because I didn't want to lose any more gear. Well, something coming in. I'm thinking 2 whiting. Tugging. They're a tugging. Yeah. Definitely a fish there. Yeah. A single whiting, not 2, like I thought. But, it's definitely giving it some. Right, so we can get him off the hook and get him back quickly. Go on, swing back to me. Thank you. You greedy fish, what are you? That's it. Disgorged. So let's get him back in. Swim another day. And away. Ah, excitement. Put the dogfish back. Put the rod into the rod rest. And this one's going off now. Because now I put the camera on it. Oh no, it's still going. Still going. Suspect the other scourge of the south coast. Whiting. Feels like a bit of weight here. Biting a bit. Might be a dogfish. Might be an eel. Might be a pair of whiting. There's definitely a fish on the surface there. It's kiting whiting. No, it's a dogfish. The doggies have come on. There we go. Dougie the dogfish. Let's get him back. Away. Get this one tackled up and get it back out. That's right, it was rattling away like a good one just now because I put the camera on, and it's like one of those surefire, definite things. As soon as you put the camera under the rod, the fish get camera shy. 2 baits on here. Leave it knocking. If the rod is knocking, don't come rocking. Right, I've got something on that left-hand rod. Let's go and wind that in and see what we got. Feels like there's something on here. Yeah, there's a fish on the surface. So we've had a brace of whiting, both not particularly big, but welcome nonetheless. So we can get them off and get them back. It's always a challenge with whiting. That's one off. And there's the other one off. Swim, little whiting, swim. And he's away. We've had a little rush of dogfish, and now we've had a little rush of whiting again. Weird, isn't it? Get him back out. He's going mad as well. Come on then, what we got? What have we got here? Another brace of whiting. Another pair of whiting. Ooh! So, another pair of whiting. Get them off and get them back in. Get this rod tackled up and get it back out. It started out as being a bit slow, but it seems to have livened up now. Just use a bait needle to put the worms on. Makes them so much easier, especially when they're not particularly good worms like this. Because just thread them up the needle and then slip them straight onto the hooks. And the needle's long enough to put enough baits for both snoods on this little rig I've got out here. So load up the needle and then load up the hooks and get it out really quick. So there we go, baited up, needled up, and onto the hook and away. I'll sit down long enough to make myself a cup of tea quickly because I've got a feeling it's going to start rattling again very soon. Went from a quiet night into a busy night on the ebb. Interestingly enough, now I was always all my life I've fished the flood, never bothered with the ebb, but recently seems to be the ebb that fishes well. I don't know why that is, what's changed, or whether it's just that I'm fishing it and I never used to fish it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's see if we can't get something decent. Now I've got one big bait out. I've got a whole squid out there. It's full of carts, so it's oozing juices into the water. All it's catching at the moment is dogfish, but I put a bigger hook on. Let's hope. Let's hope. I mean, I know what I would like to catch. I'd like to catch cod, but they are unicorns. We have been catching a few out in the boats, but I'm not hearing of many coming on the beach. But one would be nice, just the one. Just the one. I'm going to fish till about 10 o'clock tonight. I think by then the tide will have gone out a bit, and then I've got a long drive home. Oh, hello. Both rods going. Both rods going. Oh, question is, which one do we go for? Let's see if we get one with a great big lunging bite. See, that's the cake and cup of tea formula. The glow in the sky, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a glow in the sky. That is France. That is light pollution coming from France. I'm with Alex down here tonight. You know Alex from coming out on my boat. Oh, he's putting out a big bait. In it to win it. The only thing he's had that I haven't had is he did get a little strap eel at the start of the session. A little strap conger, which I haven't had. Although I did lose some gear and I had a feeling at the start of the session that I was getting pulled into snags by eels. A snag. It shouldn't be a snag there. I'm not cast that very far at all. Got another snag, and that, I'm not casting out a far at all now. Oh, well, I've lost two so far, and I think I'm going to lose the third. Oh, actually, no, that might have come out. I think that's come out. Yeah, it's come out. My ting-a-ling, my ting-a-ling. I want to play with my ting-a-ling. Whiting and away. The baits are still good. All squid with carp suddenly came away alive, hugged and then slacklined me, but I don't think there's anything there. I think I lost it. But that was definitely a decent bite. Bait has been ragged to bits and all twisted up. That strikes me conger eel, I think. So I'm going to have to get myself all smeggy, putting another bait together. Yeah, it's all twisted around itself. So we're going to squid it up, put some carp into the squid and whack it out. Oh, it's only just hooked in the jaw. Wish they were all like that. It's a pity that you don't get more bullus. Ragged the bait. Right, it's getting to the end of the session. Nearly going to pack up, but one of my rods has suddenly had a great big lunging bite on it. So we're going to keep an eye on that for a little while, see what happens, see what develops, and it might be the beginning of the end, or the end of the beginning. So if you watch the red light there, it's definitely not. There's a knot on the rod. And of course, classic camera shy fish. As soon as you put the camera on, it stops. Oh, and the right hand rod's going now as well. Right, let's wind this left hand rod in, see what we've got. Ooh. It's a fickle fuckle fish. Well, nothing, but the baits are gone virtually, so it's time to pack this one up. Oh. A great night on the beach at Hythe. I'm not quite sure if I was fully in Hythe or Sandgate, but somewhere between the two. I lost count of how many whiting I had, but they were coming in pairs for quite a while. I didn't get them all on film, and again I lost count of the dogfish we had as well. So it was a cracking day. It was busy, it was busy time. There was periods I couldn't sit down and have a cup of tea or anything like that. But I've now got an hour and 41 minutes to drive home. I'm fairly unfamiliar roads, so I'm going to take it nice and easy and should get home by about midnight, I reckon. So thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. And yeah, another cracking night. I think the next one we'll probably fish nearer home, and then maybe we'll head west and try a beach to the west of home. But yeah, fantastic. See you again, guys. Thanks for joining me.